French deep-sea explorer Paul-Henri Nargeolet was known to many as Mr. Titanic. The renowned Titanic expert toured the ship's wreckage more than 35 times and supervised the recovery of 5,000 artifacts. Despite his astounding career, Nargeolet's stepson, John Pascal, says his legacy lies in the love his stepfather had for him and his mother, Emmy Award-winning reporter and anchor Michelle Marsh.
We always talk, about actions speaking louder than words. And that was a perfect instance of how he truly felt about me. You wouldn't expect that from a stepdad.
He's now left coping with his unimaginable loss, as jokes about his stepfather and other wealthy passengers trend across social media.
I saw one that showed a lady who was completely submerged underwater on what looked like a little motorcycle. She's like, this would be me if my man was down here. I saw one that showed him at the submersible at the bottom of the sea and a bunch of sharks.
Nargeolet died aboard the submersible Titan along with 4 others: OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush, billionaire businessman Hamish Harding, Shahzada Dawood, and his teenage son Suleiman, who reportedly paid up to $250,000 each for their doomed dive to the Titanic. Joshua Dosh, a political research and communications consultant, went viral on TikTok after many listened to his take on why their wealth made it hard for many to empathize with Titan victims.
People have almost no empathy.
People are dying every single day as a result of policy failures that billionaires are actively lobbying.
One study suggests just how much wealth Doss is talking about. British nonprofit Oxfam found the richest 1% of the world's population raked in 2/3 of all wealth created during the pandemic, almost twice as much money as the bottom 99%. The satirical newspaper The Onion also made waves during the submersible search, pointing out the incredible wealth of passengers with headlines reading, "Critics say submersible should have been tested with poor passengers first," and "The Coast Guard sends another submersible full of billionaires after the first one." While some people derided the timing of the jokes, Doss argues the satirical responses should make people uncomfortable. He says the jokes exemplify just how fed up people are with America's growing wealth gap.
Millions of working class people react really uncompassionately to the death of another human being, right? Matter of fact, it should be scary.
The emotional effect is evident in research. In 2021, Pew Research found a growing share of Americans think billionaires are bad for the U.S. Another story from Vox and the Center for Progress found a majority of Americans view billionaires negatively. And Steve Gimbel, a professor of philosophy at Gettysburg College who studied the ethics of humor, says those making jokes may feel like the victims got their just desserts, but adds that feeling is short-lived.
It goes back to this phrase, a temporary anesthesia of the heart. And there is nothing wrong with a temporary anesthesia, especially for a heart that is breaking. And so what did the joke do? It gave you temporary relief, temporary solace from hurting 4 people who are suffering in a way you can't help.
Pascal says he's staying away from the online fodder, instead focusing on letting the world know who his stepfather really was.
It's just been such a tremendous experience to be his stepson and to have him in my life.
Addie Guajardo, Scripps News.